Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow. So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Sitting at the southeastern coast of Florida, the Miami International Autodrome has 19 corners and 3.36 miles of racing. It's a circuit designed to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Either way, I'm sure it's one that will please the fans. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Mika Hakkinen lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Michael Schumacher, Russell, Max Verstappen, and Albon, Hamilton, Norris, Behrman, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Stroll, Ocon, Ayrton Senna, and Tsunoda, Gasly, Colapinto, Liam Lawson, and Nico Hülkenberg, Aaron, Piastri, Bortoletto, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, I know you're hot in the cockpit, but your tyres are going to be even hotter. You're going to have to work extra hard today to keep them cool.
Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Here are the top 5 cars as things stand. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:27.3. Piastri, Leclerc, Senna, Albon and Antonelli. I'm afraid we've dropped to P22. They're in 12th. Okay, so their best lap time, 1:28.6. Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Great job.
Formula One has arrived in the Sunshine State for spectacular sunsets, gentle breezes, warm waters, and for what will be a fantastic race day here at the Miami International Autodrome. With great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long, and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour, the Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Leclerc, Mika Hakkinen, and Tsunoda. Antonelli, Verstappen, Michael Schumacher, and Esteban Ocon. Behrman, Stroll, George Russell, and Norris. Colapinto, Hulkenberg, Jack Doohan, and Liam Lawson. Gasly, Bortoletto, Aaron, and Ayrton Senna. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Now use DRS. DRS now available. As things stand right now, we'll be 4th in the championship. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Second place, you're in second place. Piastri ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Leclerc behind. They're on fresh mediums. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes. Okay, we're boxing this lap, give us the best in lap you can.
Okay, man. Thanks, mate.
No rain expected for the time being. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Box now please, box this lap. Let's go, come on! Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. ERS is low, ERS is low. Consider changing mode on your MFD or lift a little with gentle braking into corners to recharge it. Lance is in for his stop. Laps of fuel left, 14 laps. Lance is in the pits. Car behind you's just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres. You're in first position, front of the pack. Piastri's behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Piastri's behind. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations, well done.
Amazing job. So grateful. Everyone back in the factory, everyone working so hard.
And Lewis Hamilton takes the checkered flag and once again wins.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car. Great news. The development of a part is complete, and it's now ready for fitting. Be sure to visit the Assign Upgrades screen when you have a moment.
Hey boss, what do you make of this? Okay boss, advanced talks have gone well, I must say. We're now at the stage where we can meet face to face again with them if you'd like. The agenda today will be trying to reduce some of their expectations to get a better deal for us. And, of course, we can always delay. Getting close to an alignment with their side now.
Hey, Chief. We have a part or two ready for development because they've finished research. Let's get that in motion, shall we? Head to engineering for more info.